Hello, everybody. Da da da. Yeah, da da da. What up, Native Tech? What up, comrade? How you doing? How you doing? What up, Lily? What up, Piper Hedgehog? How close are you to 40? I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close. And I got some rest XP. Hold on. Yeah. Just looking pretty good. Mm-hmm. Oh boy. I almost died yesterday. That was crazy. Easy Peeler, Twitch Prime. They were the Twitch Prime. Easy Peeler. Fuck. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime. Ooh. And now it is time to kill rock elementals. Oh boy. There's a lot of good quests here in the Badlands, so I think the mix of grinding and doing some of these quests, I think we got level 40 pretty quick. Fairly quick. This guy's killing the rock elementals, great. Fantastic. It's actually a really annoying quest. Because I can't use lightning bolt or lightning shield, essentially. And they don't drop it, apparently. So that's good. So I'll drop a totem. Should help. One shard. Oh boy. This is gonna take some time. Yes, sirree. All right. Go down. All right. What do you think the chances are doing a full Warhammer tour again on your Warhammer channel? Pretty high, because I enjoy doing that. Ooh, there we go. Shit kids sprinting. Dude, rogues are actually the biggest shit kids in World of Warcraft, without a doubt. But yeah, it's pretty high. I've been wanting to show off a lot of my stuff. There's one. Oh, there's two. All right. There we go. All right. Dude, it's crazy. It's just everybody's playing WoW now. It's insane. People that haven't played WoW in like years, I see them playing WoW now. People have never played WoW before playing WoW. Oh my god, come on. Here we go. Pring, pring, pring. Alright. Let's drink up. Keep killing rocks. What do I do after this? Okay, then I start killing all the animals all around here. Fair enough. I could probably even start on that now if rocks aren't respawned. Maybe I'll just do that. Dum, 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 dum. You know what? Yeah. Let's just go kill... Oh, wait, nope. There's a rock guy. Oh, there's two rock guys. Never mind. We're good. Okay. Alright. 3 rock shards.
I'm out of range, but still recharging.
What am I at now? 60%, 40% away. Yep. 40% to go. 10% of that being rested, which is nice. I didn't even realize these snake statues are actually pretty snake pillars. It's like the snakes are coiling around the pillars behind them. That's pretty neat. Actually, you know what? I am gonna come back to this. Oh, these are all down here? Okay. I don't think all of them are down there, actually. Pretty sure some are like right here, if my memory serves me correct. Yeah, here we go. This is fantasy football craft featuring Coach Krendor and the cat. This is actually fantasy football craft featuring Coach Krendor and the rat. Cat shows up later. There we are. 1 coyote jawbone. 1 bone. Yeah, wrong channel. Classic mix-up. Classic mix-up. Zap. 2 jaw guy. I gotta kill 28 more coyotes. Alright. 28 more coyotes. Okay. Should I just go kill rocks again? Probably alternate between here and the rocks at this point. Yeah. That's what I'll do. Never mind, now another person's here. Oh my god, everybody's just doing the rock quest, apparently. This one's smelly humans. Disgusting. Humans. Here we go. Alright. You could say this quest rocks, but that would actually be incorrect. That would be incorrect. This quest does not rock. Small stone shard. And that guy's killed. God, shit. Alright. Dum, dum, dum. The Dust Bowl, one of my favorite NFL games. I actually don't even remember which thing was the Dust Bowl. Oh, God, this sucks. This sucks. At least I only need 2 more rock elemental shards. It doesn't even matter because I still need 6 small stone shards. Grandeur, your religion. I used to watch all your videos back in Wrath. They're good memories. Hey, thank you very much. Glad I could help you have good memories. Giant buzzard. That's why I've enjoyed doing pointless top 10 again. I've enjoyed having another, like, ooh, there we go, Fangs, YouTube series. And it's been fun to do that. Here we go. Which, if anyone hasn't seen the latest pointless top 10 farmers, there it is. All right, good. In fact, I'm probably going to be doing a YouTube live stream later. Uh-oh, wolf. I've never played One Day a While yet. I watch your top 10. Say, nice. It is the type of thing where you can just kind of watch it and appreciate it for what it is. You don't really have to know about the game per se. There we go. Dum, dum, dum.
Not enough mana.
So we'll drink up again. Yeah, da, da. I enjoy doing like 1 or 2 YouTube streams a month. Let's get this rock elemental. Here. 5 stone shards. I don't see any others. I guess we run back this way. Bring, 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 bring. But no, Badlands, it gives me Shimmering Flats vibes. I think that's why I kind of enjoy it. It's essentially just orange Shimmering Flats. I hope you don't die. I hope I don't die. I hope I don't die either. Donk. There we go. When they do Classic Kata, will it be impossible to play Classic World State again? No, they're separate things. Alright, let's go get this rock elemental.
It's too far away.
Too far away. It'll be, I don't believe you'll be able to play Classic Wrath of the Lich King anymore. But you'll still be able to play Classic. Okay. Drop that.
The spell isn't
Here we go.
cast that yet. Still charging.
5 shards, 2 shards. Da-da. That's something they keep Wrath because the older world state. Well, it's what they did with Burning Crusade. You can't play Burning Crusade anymore because they moved on to Wrath. So I would imagine, moving on from Wrath, they're going to go to Cataclysm. And then, obviously, they have, like, Classic. Bop. Sad. Here we go. Oh, done with those. That's good. Now we have that. Should I just eat more raptor at this point? Yeah, probably. Zone fucks with my eyes. I'm pumped for Cat. I watched unreleased Cat trailer. Got so hyped. Hell yeah, dude. Out of curiosity, what are you excited about with Cataclysm? Because as somebody who's already played a lot of Cataclysm, well, played Cataclysm back in the day, I'm kind of like, oh, whatever. So I'm under the impression that a lot of people that are hyped for Cataclysm just didn't really get to play it back in the day, which is fair. You're right. 4 more stone shards. What team are you playing Blood Bowl this week? The Orc team. Fun and excitement. The Orcs. Here's the X-Pack where I really started enjoying WoW. Oh, wow, really? Alright. Fair enough. Drink up. More excited for SOD than Canada? I would say a lot of people are. I think Season of Discovery is gonna be pretty cool just because it's like a pathway to Classic Plus. It essentially is like Classic Plus test run. So I think it's gonna be fun. Krendar, when I asked how long it took you to get monetized on YouTube at first instead of making videos for a year now, I'm growing very slowly, close to hitting 1K subs. Any advice from you? My advice would be that I didn't even really care about monetization. I didn't do monetization on YouTube for 2 years, and I was getting decent views. The issue with monetization is if you're getting not that many viewers, you're gonna make like $2. And I would value people not having ads play on a video comparatively to $2. It also depends what you're doing. There's so many variables that go into YouTube. Like if you're making Let's Plays, it's gonna be vastly different than me, who is like making WoW machinimas and one-off videos that are more shareable. Like if you make something like a news segment or a Let's Play or whatever, people will watch it once and then never watch it again for the most part. If you make something like a WoW machinima or like a skit video or something, people are gonna watch it numerous times, so it's easier to have that video be shared. Higher watch rate, higher click-through rate. There's just a bunch of different things. Plus, like, nowadays, YouTube is vastly different compared to what it was back in the day. Like, it's night and day compared to what it used to be. Like, back when I started making videos, I wasn't even allowed to monetize. Like, that's how crazy I wasn't monetized, partially because I wasn't allowed to monetize video game content, which is hard to think of now with the amount of like shit that's just on YouTube. But that was literally it. And then I had to monetize through Machinima, which then screws you over. It's a great time. But then everything kind of started shifting. Was your first monetization from Machinima? I'm not actually sure, to be honest. That's a good question, because I remember I got a Google check for like 50 bucks. And I was like, whoa! My first like big monetization payment was Machinima. Making content about law, but try and make it fun. I mean, that sounds cool. I mean, honestly, YouTube is primarily about consistency more than anything. The algorithm loves consistency. Being consistent is good for the algorithm. Being consistent allows you to have more opportunities to have your videos go viral or blow up or whatever. Honestly, subscribers matter nowhere near as they like the amount. Oh, there goes the elite pack or the big pack. Subscribers used to matter a lot. Subscribers like barely matter anymore. Obviously, it's good still, but. I know how you're not as popular as Asmon. I don't want to be as popular as Asmongold. A lot of people are like, dude, if I could just get that big, that's like the worst. I would hate that. The amount of stress and anxiety that comes from that. Like, sure, you make a bunch of money, but like, you lose so many things and parts of yourself and just things of being a normal person. I gotta go sell some stuff. My bags are full. You wouldn't be playing hardcore WoW right now if you're as big as him? I mean, I don't know. Well, actually, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I would want to play it, but like at the same time, there's probably 8 billion people that would just follow you around and be like, hello, hello, hello. Which sounds terrible. Dum dum dum. In fact, I fished with Asmongold years ago. I wonder how long ago is that now? Grendor, Asmongold. 6 years, possibly 7. And that was back when he was just starting to like really ramp up in terms of popularity. And I remember he was in that fishing video. He was like, one of my goals is to become the biggest streamer there is. And I remember in that video being like, I would never want that goal. I just, I don't know. I was just like the amount of stress and anxiety, everything comes with it. But you know, it's just different personalities. different life experiences.
A turtle made it to the water.
Eric Who with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, Eric Who, for the Twitch Prime. Swipe. Thank you very much. And you rolled a 20. It's your lucky day. Swipe. You get a bonus high five. Alrighty. I always considered myself more of a YouTuber than a streamer as well, even though I think I stream more than I do YouTube now comparatively. But I've always more preferred YouTube. Some people are more streamers than they are YouTubers, obviously. They just use YouTube as a platform to post their cut up stream content and then pay some person to edit it into highlight reels of big text on the screen, making their shit sound crazy or whatever. I've always enjoyed more of like the creative side of YouTube and just being, I don't know. It allows for more creativity. That's what I'm saying. Which is why I like pointless top 10 and doing all that. And it's just more of a chill type of thing. While with streaming, I still enjoy streaming, but compared to YouTube, I'd rather do YouTube. And it's just because streaming is more just you're a performer on a stage, which is why streamers and stuff are just like, for the content, and then they just spend like 15 hours streaming because they're a performer on a stage. While with a YouTube channel, you're essentially just making movies, and then people can watch those movies at their own pace and enjoy them or rewatch them or do whatever. I just like that more. Soda Critic, 7 months. Thank you, Soda Critic. They have a 7 months. Thank you. I also feel like streamers always have the always on mentality. Like so many streamers are like, I have to stream like now. Like if I'm not streaming, I should be streaming. Like that kind of constantly on mentality. And I get that sometimes. But that's the nice part about variety is you don't have to constantly be like, well, I don't have to stream always on because maybe I'm doing YouTube or podcasting or whatever it might be. But at the same time, when it becomes your job, it's I'd much rather do that for 8-9 hours a day than work at a retail place where Karen yells at you and shit. And your boss is like, do you really think you're gonna make it in this retail environment? Let's pick up that pace, guys. Let's really believe in ourselves so that we can make money for our corporate overlords. All right. I always love that when the boomer people are like, I'm gonna take my business elsewhere. Like I don't own shares in this company. I don't like benefit from you shopping here or not. Like nobody gives a shit. Go somewhere else. I don't care. Ooh. Let's turn these in. Actually, let's call this Coyote. So I had a hard time leaving the restaurant industry. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. It's more like family. It's also, I always hear restaurant industry is like insane. Yeah, there you go. You jump on a hand grenade for this company, this Walmart. I always love telling my retail stories because, like, I legit mention working retail is what inspired me to go so hard into YouTube back in the day. Like I always say that everybody should have to do like 2 weeks minimum of retail service. You know how like some countries have forced military? We should have forced retail. Forced retail work. Minimum 2 weeks. Where you learn the hardships of retail. 2 months. You need to know what it's like. All the people that like yell at retail people, they need, if they just had 2 months of retail experience, they would know. Force Gaming with the 3 months sub for the on-stage performance. Dude, what up, Force? 1, 2, 3. Swag. How you doing? Been working retail for 15 years? Is your soul gone? Have they destroyed it?
I thank you.
Fast food as well. Yeah, I would include fast food in that. You could, it's like it's like how you get to pick Army, Navy, Air Force. You get to pick retail, fast food, like, I don't know, something else. It's another shitty job. It's like the different segments. Healthcare, here you go, healthcare. Although I don't know if I'd want random people working healthcare. They could do like the grunt work for the people that know what they're doing. Ah, Jesus, wasted a moonberry juice. They can work like the call center, warehouse. There you go, warehouse, like stocking shit. Dude, I swear to God, yesterday, or no, where was it? I don't know. I said yesterday. It was the other week. I was at Target. I want to say it was Target. It was some retail store, and some lady. I was literally wearing like a blue, like one of these shirts, but blue, and like gray sweatpants. And she was like, "Do you work here?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "What?" I'm not even wearing the store colors. Like, maybe if I was wearing red, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm wearing red, so she thinks I work here." No. I was wearing gray and blue in a Target, and she was like, "Do you work here?" I should have been like, "Do you work here?" Every time I'm stressed about work, I remind myself how much I dislike every job prior. Yeah. Funnily enough, I tried to apply to Target back in the day, back in like 2008, twice, and I didn't get it. Apparently, I wasn't cut out to be a Target employee. Thank God. I do have the strong beaten down by retail working energy. And I only worked retail for a combined like month and a half. That was enough that I was like, you know what? I don't think I want to do this. I think I'm good. As Dick's Sporting Goods for like 2 weeks, Circuit City for 3 weeks, and then like the grocery store for like a week. That was it. That was all I needed. Gizzards. Okay. I always say that my favorite, well, I'll tell the stories again because there's probably people here that haven't heard them. Oh boy, get ready. First was Dick's Sporting Goods. That was my first ever, I think that was my first ever job, was Dick's Sporting Goods. I was pumped. I'm like, dude, I love sports. I think it's gonna be fun working there. It's gonna be great. It was not. First off, the amount of just, I think one of the things I hated was you had to do what the company told you to do, even if it was dumb. So, for example, we had to mark every product like every coat, every shirt, every whatever with like a rubber band and a tag, and you'd put it on the clothing item, right? So you're like, oh, let's see the tag. So I was like, first off, why do we have to do this? Seems like a waste. Couldn't you just like be like, these products are this amount of money, and then when you scan it, it shows what it is, like, or you know, what's under it. Like, just have one tag that shows the price for everything. Why do we need to tag every single item? And they're just like, I don't know, that's just what we got to do. And I was like, okay, well, this is dumb. So instantaneously, I was already like, I hate this. Then there's always like the person who's like, yo, the boss says we gotta go, you gotta go do this thing. And I was like, I don't think so. It sounds like what you're supposed to do, and you're trying to get me to do it. And that is what it was. Because I was like, oh, I can go ask them. And they're like, no, no, no. So they were trying to like do shit that they were supposed to do and put it onto me. And I was like, I'm not doing that. Kidding me? Though the guy wanted me to like go up on a ladder and get a bike down. I was like, dude, I'm a stick. You think I'm gonna be able to do that? I didn't even go to the gym like I do now. Even now, even going to the gym, I still wouldn't do that. Porzio to 63 months. Thank you, Porzio. So like, they have the 63 months. Porzio. Working at the grocery store once a week. Every week had to show up at 4 a.m. to change out over every price tag for new sale items. Items that left sale. That does sound terrible. Yeah. The bike definitely weighed more than I did back then. No doubt. 100%. Oh yeah, I always feel bad when people have to like sell you stuff too. Like the you want to sign up for our membership program or like that type of shit? Like, oh my god. Nobody does. But it's not their fault. Like they're told they have to do it, right? So I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I think most people are just like, nah, I'm good. And they're like, okay. It's when the people start being like, no, you really should sign up for this thing. And I'm like, nah, I'm really good. That happened at Kohl's. Oh my god. One time I was at Kohl's, I was buying like one item. And this lady was like, you can save 10% if you sign up for a Kohl's credit card. And I was like, nah, I'm good. And she's like, you should probably check it out because it's like 10% and you get Kohl's stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm buying one item here. And she's like, no, if you sign it. And I'm like, I don't want to open up a credit card and have my credit hard checked so that I can save 10% on my like $30 shirt at Kohl's. I'm going to do a hard credit check to save $3 on my shirt. Like, I'm good. Like, oh my god. There we go. Anyway. Drink up. Oh, the stream froze? The shit? Like 10%? Maybe if I'm buying like a $1,000 thing and you're like, all right, you know, save like $100 or something, but like $3. I'm good. Anyway, besides the point. I did Dick's Sporting Goods for a while and then I quit. I actually just stopped showing up. So that was fun. And then I worked at Circuit City, which all my fun stories come from Circuit City, man. Circuit City. I got the Circuit City job. It was actually around this time of the year. It was like November. And I remember I wanted to work at Best Buy, but then I got Circuit City. And I was like, dude, this is going to be awesome. I get to work with electronics. I work with video games. This is going to be really fun. And then you realize it's none of that. It is actually terrible. So, Zap. I remember we had, first off, why is every interview, who comes up with the interview processes for these things? I remember when I interviewed, we did like a thing where we all went around the room and like, everybody share your favorite book. Everybody share your favorite thing. Everybody tell everybody about yourself. And I know they're doing this because they don't actually give a shit what your response is. They're caring about like how you interact, right? They're caring about your like how you go about carrying yourself, right? They're just like, oh, this guy seems like he would talk well with customers. This guy seems like an obedient worker. This guy, you know, it's like that type of shit. So they're just like, all right. And then I was like, I like Lord of the Rings. It's pretty cool. And then they're like, all right. And then anyway, that was the whole process. That was whatever. And then they're like, all right, guys, the day before I started, they're like, guys, we're going out of business. Circuit City is closing down. The company is liquidating. So do you still want to work here? We're still offering you a job, but you're only going to be working here for 2 weeks. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. I'll get some holiday money. I'll get some job experience. I still get to work here and have a great time. It's going to be great. I'm all right. I'll do that. Thank God it was only 2 weeks. Thank Christ. So my first story was I was the greeter guy. When you walk into a store, there's that person who's standing there and they're like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey. And then you leave the store and they're like, hey, have a good one, man. And you go, hey, have a good one. I was that guy. So I stood there all day trying to invent new ways to greet or see people. I'd be like, hey, what's up? Hey, what's going on, man? Yo, how's it going? Hey, what's up? Just being like, what can I say next? And then people'd leave and I'd go, yo, have a good one. Hey, see you later. Yo, take care. And that was that for hours. Hours a day. And you just stand there and then you're also supposed to like watch the thing and be like, somebody's stealing. But like, you know, you just watch and then nothing really happens for the most part. You're really just paid to be an NPC. You really are. But the fun part of that story was I'd get the people that walked in, like that one guy. Well, I act like you know him. You might if you've heard this story before. This one guy walks in, and Circuit City used to have the Geek Squad equivalent, which was the Fire Dog Squad. And this guy bought a computer. And he was like, my computer sucks ass. I want to talk to the Geek Squad or whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, the Fire Dog people, they're over there. So he was like, okay. So he went over there. But lo and behold, we were liquidating and going out of business. So they were essentially non-existent anymore because there's no funding for that part of the store. So it was just empty. So he went there and then he was yelling at people. He yelled at the manager. He's like, I want my computer fixed. And they're just like, sir, we can't. The fucking fire squad's sucking dick now, so you can't do that. So it's like, okay. And so he was leaving and he was very mad. And then I was like, have a good one. And he was like, fuck you. And I was like, you too. And then he left. And then I remember there's this girl at the cashier and she was like, do you think he's gonna like come back with a gun or something? And I was like, I don't know, man. He never did. He was like that crazy to the point where people were like, this guy could come back. Like he was that insane. So that was fun. That was I think my second day. Luckily we never had anyone that crazy again. We had, God, who was it? Oh, there was the old lady that wanted, I think my favorite was the old lady that wanted Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda just came out on DVD, right? And we did not get Kung Fu Panda in the store because it's a new movie. And would you believe this? A store that is liquidating and going out of business does not get new movies. Right. So I was like, okay, whatever. And this lady comes in and she's like probably like 70 or some shit. And she's like, do you have Kung Fu Panda? I want Kung Fu Panda. And I was like, no, ma'am, we don't have Kung Fu Panda. That's a new movie. We don't get new movies. We're going out of business. And she said, well, I saw in an advertisement that you'd have Kung Fu Panda. And I was like, well, that advertisement was probably before the fact that the store was going to liquidate and go out of business. So it's outdated information. And then she was like, I bet if I go to Best Buy across the street, they'll have Kung Fu Panda. And I was like, I bet they will. They're not going out of business. They very likely do have Kung Fu Panda. And she was like, well, I'm gonna take my business over there. And I was like, great, I don't give a shit. This store will not exist in a week and a half. And then I bet she went to Best Buy, and that was that. Like, oh my God, it was just, I just started to piece together just how dumb the populace is. Like, it blew my mind that there are people like this existing, and there's numerous amounts of them. And that's what really, really started to motivate me at that point, to never do that ever again. She did have good taste, at least. Although I think it was for her kid or grandkids that probably wanted it. Then there's the lady that came in and she was like, what's the difference between the 8 gigabyte and the 16 gigabyte iPod Touch? And I was like, the difference is 8 gigs. And she was like, okay, smartass. And I still don't know, like, I don't think I said it in a smartass way. Maybe I did, but I don't think I did. And that's literally the difference. I was so confused. I was like, that's the difference. Like, I still don't understand. Maybe I just said it like in a very modded, yeah, maybe I was just like 8 gigs and she thought I was being like a smart ass. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta go sell this shit again. Yo, I'm 4 bars away. We're at 80%. Closing in. I need 1 buzzard gizzard. 13 jawbones. Maybe it was a smart ass response. I don't know. At that point, I was feeling it, Mr. Krabs. So, then there was the guy that came in with his son that was definitely on cocaine. He wanted to know about routers. And he was just like, routers. And his kid just looked so done with his life. And I was just like, yeah. Okay. And he was just cracked out. There's another person that wanted like a TV antenna and they like yelled at everybody. There's another person that there's just like a bunch of like generic angry people that aren't that memorable, but they did ruin your experience, you know? Yeah, I think my thing was she didn't even know what gigabytes and shit were, so she was probably like, eh. Bushy tail, cool. Sell that. Sell the salt. Sell the earth. Sell the earth. So anyway, that was Circuit City. Great time. And then... oh, I remember. I was like trying to like reorganize the shelves. I was like, I'm kind of bored. I'm gonna walk around and like reorganize the shelves a bit. I like walked around. I was like, hey, can I help? And they were like, what are you doing? And I was like, reorganize. And they were like, that's not your job. And I was like, oh, okay. And I had to go back. But like nobody else was doing it. So I was like, I don't know. I hated it. I think I just. Do you think Fields will play tonight? No, I don't think he's gonna play. Anyway, then I worked at a grocery store for a few days doing the training. They were doing all the training, and then the day I was supposed to start working, I signed my machinima contract. And I left the store, and they were like, wait, you're quitting? And I was like, yep, I'm gonna go work on the internet. And then the security guard there was like, I literally was like, yeah, I'm going to work on the internet. And he was like, that's the future. And I never forgot that. Just him saying, that's the future. And he was right. That security guard was right. It was the future. And I never looked back. That was 15 years ago. Yeah. Dum, 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 dum. You think he's still guarding to this day? I hope so. So yeah, that's why ever since then, I am always... I mean, I was nice to retail employees before that, but now I'm like super nice. Camp Werg. And I always hate when people are just mean to people at retail stores. Like, dude, oh my god. I told this story on Cox and Crendor. But when I was at Target the other day, another Target story, this lady, there's like 4 self-checkouts or 5 self-checkouts. I don't remember how many, but all of them were taken. And she was next in line. She wasn't like 8th in line. She wasn't like standing in the hallway of like whatever. And she was like, she yelled at the Target self-checkout girl. She was like, are these the only self-checkouts open? Like, no shit there are. Like, what are you, dumb? You can use your eyes to see there's 5 of them and they're all full. All right. Anyway, the girl's like, yeah, these are the only ones. And she goes, unbelievable. And I was like, okay. So, like a standard citizen, I started slowing down my checkout process so this lady had to wait longer. I literally started being like, I was going like beep, beep, and then I was like, beep. Beep. Uh-oh, I gotta go back. Beep. Just to make that lady wait longer. I loved it. Then, okay, it gets better. Went to a Walgreens, 24-hour Walgreens. All right. Clearly, there's not going to be many people working at 3 a.m. at Walgreens, right? 2 a.m., 3 a.m. So there's like one guy checking out in front of me. Then there's me buying like candy. And then there's this lady. Okay. So she's already like 2nd in line. Could be 3rd in line, technically, whatever. But it's 2:30 a.m. Okay. It's 2:30 a.m. And this just looks like this old Southern grandma is like working. And she's just like checking out the guy. Normally the guy's like, whatever, I'm waiting. And this like 60-year-old woman comes up and she's like, are there no other cashiers? And I was just like, I don't think so. It's 2:30 a.m. I don't think they're going to have multiple cashiers at 2:30 a.m. unless we're in like, I don't know, the city downtown or some shit where there's like multiple people there. I was like, no, I don't think so. And then she says to the lady that's like checking the person out, like, is this the only thing open? Are there no other cashiers? And the lady's like, yeah, this is it. There's nothing else. You can see, like, I'm the only one here. And she goes, well, I'm not a mind reader. And I was just like, and the lady behind the cashier lady was like, okay. She literally was just like, okay. And then just kept checking the guy out. It was like, I don't know. It's insane. It's insane. Like the amount of just crazy people that exist. I need 9 more jawbones. Anyway, the moral of the story is people suck. Mainly older people, to be honest. And not even like old people. It's like the boomer. For some reason, the angriest people are like from ages like 55 to like 75. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's like the entitlement or something, but like it's always those. It's never like, oh, that 90-year-old woman's like, hey, there's like some, but like usually they're just like, whatever. Maybe they're just done with life at that point. And then like everybody before that's just kind of like, oh, whatever. Or they're like just doing something, and then most younger people are just like, whatever. It's the lead paint. I heard that like lead. Could it be the lead? But even then, there's like 90-year-olds that are fine. I don't know. I don't know, man. Same shit. All you gotta do is like read Facebook. If you just go read your standard Facebook comments, it's crazy. Chris with the 2 gifted subs. Thank you, Chris, for giving Horizon and Tree Bear Cat a sub. Thank you, thank you. Here's $20. Never work retail again. Listen, I'd pay $20 not have to work retail again. Thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, I guess these are the Mirage flats. So it kind of is the Shimmery. It's a flat, which would make sense. Dum, dum, dum. Zap. Packers play the Steelers. That's gonna be fun. And here we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, just like some of the Facebook comments too were like I remember my mom posted some I check Facebook like once a week just to see what people are saying on there. Sometimes just for like meme purposes and to be like, what? So my mom posted something that was like, we used to eat at this diner thing back in the day. And then I looked at the original post from it, and it was a bunch of people being like, yeah, those were the days when you could just be like 10 years old without your parents there at the diner. Old man sody pop, making you some drinks at the fountain, eating a hot dog. You didn't have to worry about crazy people. And then literally it was just like a bunch of people agreeing. And then one person at the bottom was just like, actually, it was just as dangerous as it is today. It just so happens that things were underreported. So if some kid did get like kidnapped or abducted or whatever, it just didn't get reported. And you didn't have access to your phone. You had to go to the news. There was so much shit going on, they just didn't put it on the news. So it was just, you just didn't know about it. Literally just that comment just like shoved to the bottom. Like, get that shit out. Like, cram it down there. All right. Organic Potato Thief just subscribed. Thank you, Organic Potato Thief. Thank you very much. The good old days. I always say that there's like, ah man, things just aren't the way they used to be. The good old days. I'm like, you guys remember we had like World Wars? Remember that? We had 2 of them. There was like a First World War, and then there was like a Second World War. I'd say those were pretty bad. You know? Yeah. That was pretty crazy. The good old days. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, the Cold War. You know, the good old Cold War, where everybody thought the world was gonna blow up. The good old days. Yeah, now there's just too much information to the point where it's just an insane amount that you can't even fact check or do anything with. Thank you, Organic Potato Thief. Wait, what did you roll? You rolled an 11. 28 jawbones. Nah, nothing was bad back then. Nothing was bad. And if you think otherwise, you're wrong. Zap. Yo, we're getting close. 3 bars away, and I got a couple quest turn-ins. Let's go. There we go. Drink up, drink up. Roast Raptor. 29 Rogue just died in the Hillsbridge Councilman. I know where that is. That place was scary. I saw someone die there. I still have brain issues seeing you with the homeless guitarist hair, remembering you over a decade with very short hair. Meanwhile, I'm using the Picard hair buzz to hide the minimal hair I have left. Yeah, I used to have that super buzz cut and then grew my hair out. And I was like, yo, I like growing my hair out. And then I thought, I didn't know it would last this long, to be honest. I've enjoyed it. Honestly, I'll probably just keep doing it until my hair falls out. Might as well enjoy it. Whoa, we got the pack rolling through. Oh, Stogrun. You got the little tiny guy in the back. All right. I got the best deals anywhere.
Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it real.
I can't learn that spell.
Oh, I already know that. All right. Oh yeah, those kind of suck. Okay. Then we have that to turn in Kargath. That's also Kargath. Large stone slabs are down here. Are these easy to kill? And then, oh yeah, Endurium's over here as well. I kind of just want to go turn this in, to be honest. I'd like to hit 40 as fast as possible, so I think turning this in's a good play. I got Ghost Wolf. I can run around. It's fine. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Anyway, that's been